All right, we're good, and welcome back to our second segment of Dokkan Win. We are live today, all in the same room, and my colleague, the one who doesn't know anything about Dokkan, stole my chair. And that is Dale. Say hi, Dale.
What's up?
And we're also joined by Will.
By William.
The ugly man himself is here in person today, so you already know what it is.
Yeah, we're just going to sit here and roast Will for the next 45 minutes.
It's going to be great.
Depending on where you're listening to this, it could be on YouTube, it could be Spoon, or now on Spotify. I'll have links if you're on YouTube. To those who don't know, Spoon is a podcast app I found because I wanted to get this podcast out there. So, yeah. But if you're on YouTube, I will have it linked up. If we're on YouTube, I'll have it linked up in the description to the Spotify and the Spoon. If you are on either one of those, it's Dokkan Win on Spotify and KH Hauser Dokkan Win on YouTube. And then Dokkan Win on Spoon, and yeah. Okay, after our last glorious segment, which was talking about the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Broly. How are you guys liking the new Vegito and Broly?
Good, because I actually have every character off the banner.
I was only lucky enough to pull the Vegito, so, but he's pretty fun to play with.
I honestly I love it. I've gotten a dupe of, the other one I finally got a dupe of the Darkness, not a dupe, I finally pulled Darkness Toa last night.
I think I also pulled I can't remember who else I pulled.
Will.exe/Dokkan Battle has stopped working.
Yeah, hold up. Let me go.
Dokkan, when will he know?
Dokkan never.
Ha ha! Hey, Will, I had an idea for what we could call ourselves aside from Dokkan when we're together.
What?
Dale did not like the idea.
Okay.
The Dokkaneers.
The Dokkaneers. We gotta come up with a better one.
That's what I told him.
So I was also lucky enough to pull Toa and the Dark Mask King and also the Cumber.
Nice.
Nice. Here's what all I pulled. Let me get to my character list. I've got categories on because I was making a great at Power King. But I've got Darkness Toa, Cumber, Dark Mask King, Demigra, and his Makoyo form. I've got Bardock, Gohan, Broly, Vegito, Dabra, Super Mirror, and by far the best character I pulled off of this.
Thickness Toa?
No, Baby Janemba.
Oh, that's right. Baby Janemba was on this banner.
Yeah. I don't know why, but he's in there.
Well, he's a heroes unit. Like, you know, because the whole set part of Baby, like Baby Hotjock, Janemba, I think even Baby Bojack.
Baby Bojack.
Baby Bojack.
I'm just imagining an angry toddler.
He goes beefcake when he's angry.
Right.
But, and I got all the main banner units. I got the ones I wanted. I wanted the Vegito. I wanted the Gohan. And those are, I think, my two favorite from the banner. But today we're not all going to discuss heroes units, just because, you know, heroes was last time, our last segment. Today, however, we have plans for units we want in the game. And we all have 7 grand units, right?
That's a lie.
What do we tell him? We don't have 7.
Okay.
He's an overachiever, and he lied to y'all. He told us that he said 7, but he definitely told us 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even said the number on the podcast. I think I just said 6 or 7 after we were done. It was, because you went to go eat. But, yeah, we all have lists of units that we would like added to the game. Some LRs, some non-LRs. Some of them, these guys spent 20 minutes trying to say, oh, this unit's good, but wait, there's already this unit in the game.
It's because Bandai steals all my ideas.
With a prime example of a very neat idea Dale had that came out on Battlefield last time. An LR King Cold and Frieza.
Yeah.
It was just Wicked Bloodlines.
I expect royalties, Bandai.
Yeah, same here.
We came up with Dokkan.
Yeah, it was our idea.
Yeah, it's Akatsuki we gotta go after. Sue Akatsuki! Those damn Naruto people!
Damn Naruto.
Okay, who wants to start?
I can.
Will, start! What do you have for us?
So the first unit I have is a TUR Demigra Time Traveler's Lead. So we really only have one in the game, and two. I have two.
Yeah.
We have two Demigra. He has his Makio form that he was talking about, which is more like a half lizard and stuff.
And then there's regular Demigod from
Yeah.
Xenoverse too.
where he's sitting there with his staff, like, ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like he's really underwhelming in the game. I think he's a cool character, but a lot of people don't.
We'll have just we'll go Will, Dale, me, and we'll go that. And since I have 5, I guess I'll do my final 3 in the end after these 2 are finished.
But then I have a LR Grand Priest with a Realm of Gods lead / They would have to add a lot of other units in the game before this. But
I think.
And see, and that comes up on 2 of my characters, or 2 of my character categories that I thought.
Just because, a heads up, there's a good chance Dale has a lot of Realm of God of Destruction units in his thing, because he messaged me when we were talking the other day, and he asked, how many God of Destruction units are there? We technically have 2, unless you count like the Weirus and the Beerus and Whis card. So he's like, let me just...
And maybe Topo. I mean,
Okay, Topo has a power, but he's not a God of Destruction.
he's gonna be the next God of Destruction, though, for whatever universe he's in.
11. But and then for your Demigra, the Demigra is, dude, he just got a TUR in JP.
yeah, but
But he's still honestly kind of an underwhelming unit. The main thing I have him for, I believe he has a high chance. I think he has a high chance to stun attack enemy or something like that, and so I went with additionals on him. Let's all just check our Dokkans because we all can. Except for we may have someone new joining the podcast in the next segment. Don't know. Depends on how into it he actually is, because now he's dealing with the worst thing that Dokkan has:
The download.
the downloads.
He just texted me, by the way. He said, "So wow, so fast."
Yeah, I wonder if it's downloading faster or if it's even slower.
I don't know. We'll see.
But
a chance to stun the attacked enemy. That's his passive.
and Tech Whis is like that. There's a Tech Whis card that has a high chance to stun an attacked enemy. And I tried using him in Extreme Super Battle Road, and he worked. But the problem is he didn't stun for 2 turns. It was just stun till the end of turn. And I have him with 18 dodge, so yeah. How about you? So, we got 2 of Will's. Grand Priest, the only problem with the Grand Priest, we don't know what Grand Priest could do.
Yeah, we got Grand Pee-Pee,
That's the only problem.
Grand Pawpaw.
I mean, it'd be cool to
Grand Poo-Poo.
have a card before we know exactly what he can do, but also we've never seen him fight on screen.
We've never seen him fight. We've really never seen him do anything. The worst we've ever seen him do was give a dirty look.
Yeah.
All we know
That everyone was afraid of, though.
Well, because, yeah, he's the father of all the angels.
All we know is that Whis said himself that he can touch him.
Yeah. And Whis is 5% stronger than Beavis, 50% stronger as a scale, as they said. Because Beavis is a 10. Whis, a Wickerus, is a 15. Dale? Please don't be a realm of gods. Please don't be like the Universal 11 god Vermouth.
No, the first one is a Garlic Jr. card.
God damn it!
Okay, so
I said that name was taboo.
just a Garlic Jr. card with a whole new category, the Garlic Jr. family. Just all of his little minions that all have new SSRs and TURs. And Garlic Jr. is the lead. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
I have seen so many. We need a Garlic Jr. We need a Garlic Jr.
Do you want a different one?
Please tell me you have. That's not really one of them.
Oh, that is one of them.
God!
Ice and Nova Shenron as a team card.
Okay. That I'm fine with.
Because I think that would be pretty cool.
Elaborate. What kind of leader skill would they have?
That'd be joint forces.
Not Shadow Dragon?
No, because they could be in Shadow Dragon category, but isn't Omega Shenron already the lead for that?
And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have like 15 units that could be leads for a different thing. I'm thinking like, it's prime example. Goku Family. There's like 5 Goku Family leads in the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just figured they'd be more of a joint forces
no, I can see
because they weren't the leaders of.
It'd either be that or they'd be like siblings bond because the two are our brothers.
Yeah.
That'd be a siblings bond. We honestly, there's only like as far as I know, there might be two siblings bond in the game. The main one is LR Gohan and Goten.
Yeah.
You know, good card, but that's as far as I know the only one we have in game.
Yeah. So that was one of my more. This one's not a joke to make Hayden mad cards.
Well, I guess I'll go with my first one. This is one I was telling Dale I was excited about that he would probably like. We need an LR Roshi.
Oh yeah.
And this is an honest thing. Like, take from the we can either go Tournament of Power Roshi, because that Tournament of Power Roshi was badass. If you've seen it, you cannot deny it. He is old. He's the oldest character in Dragon Ball. He's probably older than Beavis himself.
Can his active skill be that fucking Goku just brings him back to life?
I actually have an active skill. My idea for the Roshi would be he'd have one of two, or if he's an LR, he's a dual lead. He'd be a new Dragon Ball Saga, because the only one we have is the Kid Goku, or the bond of Master and Disciple, because
It kind of makes sense.
it does in the Dragon Ball Saga too, and that's why I was also saying a dual category.
Yeah.
Then Roshi is it's the most iconic perv, I think, in Dragon Ball. It's the only big perv in Dragon Ball.
I don't know. Ox King's a pretty big perv.
When was the last time Ox King was even mentioned as a character?
He was in Super.
Mentioned.
He was literally in Super walking around with Chi-Chi.
He was walking around, but I don't think people knew who he was. I don't know.
And Chi-Chi talked to him. What are you talking about? People don't know who he was.
Hey, Dad! Hi, daughter! Dad! Daughter! Oh,
Goku still only calls him Ox King.
I don't ever remember him even saying his name.
I don't think Goku was there when he was there.
But he would have an active skill, and it'd be him going to full power. After,
Where he's all...
where he goes, basically, he's All Mights. For
He
those,
goes beefcake.
because not everyone knows, so some people might not be at the point in Super, or they've only seen Roshi in his scrawny form. Roshi can go full power, in which he got turned into a beefcake. And this is going to be the official term we use for muscleheads in our...
He basically goes the size of Broly.
Yeah, and considering he's smaller than Broly, he's bigger than Broly.
It's insane.
That's what she said.
I never knew that.
Sad.
Anyway, but he'd have an active skill, and I believe after 5 turns, he'd go into his buff form. But I don't know a lot about Roshi, so he might have a limit on how long he can be in that form. And
It's never been said.
So that's why I was wondering, because take the Android 17 and 18, the LR, the physical one, they go to 16 for 3 turns, and then they go back to them. So I don't know if Roshi would be able to, and I'd have this one twice if there is any kind of thing to it, where he reverts back and like 3 turns later can go back to his buff, full power beefcake Roshi form and stomps on everybody. Because I honestly think that'd be a good one. And since I have 7 and these two only have 5,
Do another one.
that's what I'm about to do. It'd probably be better for me to go with 2, have you both do 1, I do 2, 1, 2, and then finish. And we can talk about whatever, like 10 extra minutes or whatever. The next one we have transformation units in the game that go through various forms. Frieza, Vegeta, Goku, Trunks. We don't have any kind of Trunks that goes through a buff form. But we need a Cell card. Because we need a Cell that goes first form, and since there's not as many forms, it'd be every 2 turns he transforms, as opposed to Super Saiyan Goku, who on turn 3 transforms, and then every other turn transforms until he's blue. Have that with a Cell card, and I believe he would be a artificial life forms leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he'd have another Cell with the exact same leader skill as the LR Cell. The Android/Cell Saga Intelligence Cell. It's a fun unit. Link level 10 is great.
Can't relate.
No, you can't. I don't think Will.
I can.
Can you?
Not at Link level 10, but I can relate to having him.
Will has them.
I have them. I just can't relate to Link level 10.
I think my lowest one, I think I have an 8 and like 3 10s and mostly 9s.
I don't use them enough to get them to Link level 10.
Once the LR Boo Tanks came out, I spent a lot of time with that team. That team is 8s and 9s across the board. A couple 10s. Android 21 has surprisingly the highest link levels out of all of them.
Best girl.
Yeah. All right, Will, who's your next one?
Next one would be a new Tiora hit. Last one came out like 2 years ago.
I think so.
And I'm really not for sure if they would just redo the hit, give him a little bit like higher stats or something. But I don't know what his leader would be. If it'd be cool to have a new one, but he doesn't fit like any huge category besides like Universal Survival Saga or Universe 6.
Yeah. He might. I don't know. I don't ever use hits, so I really don't know what all he's actually capable of. But let's see.
He probably hits people.
You think?
Noda! See, I have hit. Let me see. What categories is he in? Universal Survival.
Survivor.
I'm a survivor. Ooh, he could be a rapid growth lead.
Yeah.
Because we only have the Kefla in the game who's a rapid growth. And because it is shown in him in the anime, taking on Kaioken Blue, and just, this form is supposed to be hundreds of times stronger, theoretically should be strong enough to beat Beavis, and he's just matching. That'd be a good... That, or he could be a whole new category of, like...
I'm going to go a little off topic. Do you think Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, or Gogeta would be able to beat Beavis?
Absolutely. It was said in the manga that Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is actually stronger than Beerus.
Okay. I don't read the manga, so.
I only read the manga just because the variants of it. The Zamasu arc was a lot better than the anime.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. Because Goku can do Hakai.
Really? You learned that?
He concentrates all his Super Saiyan Blue energy into one focal point on his arm and can Hakai.
Does it work like a normal Hakai?
Yes.
Nice.
Except it just takes a little longer. All right, so...
My turn?
Yeah. Got a hit for Will.
Because I love GT. I don't know why. I just love GT. I thought of another one. It's a Shadow Dragon again. But you know how Cooler has his Meta Cooler LR card with all of them?
Ah, I see where you're going.
All of the Shadow Dragons as like that team combined card. Where it's Omega, Ice, Nova, Oceanus, Naturon,
Haze,
yeah,
Sand.
And maybe not the one that's just a catfish that causes earthquakes. Maybe not.
That's Natron.
Is that Natron?
Yeah. And the idea, and someone out there would probably be saying, like, since that actually hasn't happened anime-wise, something like that, it couldn't be done. But we've now been introduced to a Pan and Grandpa Gohan card. And that has not been seen, as far as I know, in anime or anything like that. So we actually have the capability of what-if cards, so that could be an interesting thing.
We've got a what-if card. Cooler!
Well, I mean, he at least has a movie.
Yeah.
None of the Shadow Dragons fought. Ice and Nova were the only two that fought with each other.
Together, yeah.
I mean, you have units like the Team Bardock.
Yeah.
They fought together, that makes sense. Ginyu Force. Granted, there was Ginyu Force
The Ginyu Force doesn't fight together.
Ginyu Force in Goku's body, which is a little different situation, just because, why not? For whatever reason, they decided that should be an LR. I don't like the Ginyu Force. We need better Ginyu Force units. Without a doubt. We need...
I am a stout believer of the reason why Gohan becomes Super Saiyan Man is because he got introduced to the Ginyu Force at such a young age, and he's like, oh, they're so cool. They do poses.
Or it's traumatized. It's a mental theory that he actually got mentally broken, and that's what happened to him.
He turns into...
That's why he does all that, and that's why he gave up fighting, and then he does the thing. That's why he does the poses, is... Ha!
It's his PTSD.
Okay, next one. This was one I talked about at the end of the last podcast. Excuse me. A future Gohan / Trunks card, which I would honestly want to be a joined forces lead. I'd suggest Hybrid Saiyans. We have like 8 of those. Time Travelers wouldn't work, and Future Saga might be a thing, but But joined forces, and this one would have an active skill. Since you both have seen the anime, you know what happens to Future Gohan, the best Dragon Ball character ever. He's probably the coolest rendition of Gohan.
He probably is. I can't think of any cooler Gohans.
Will?
No.
I say that, but 4-year-old Gohan slamming into Raditz at Mach speed. was pretty good.
Heads up!
Leave my daddy alone. I'm being called out.
Oh, I guess I'll be Will and I sitting here talking. How you doing, Will?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just think I honestly can't think of a better or cooler Gohan.
But no, honestly, the future Gohan is probably the most badass version of Gohan.
Yeah.
Ultimate Gohan had his moment, but then Ultimate Gohan lost his moment.
If we're just gonna be honest here, after Dragon Ball Z, they kind of shafted Gohan.
But it made sense because he wanted to become a scholar and he didn't need to do all the fighting because he got so far left so far behind, and then it was like, I have a family. But we need the Gohan / Trunks with an active skill, and I have it where Super Saiyan Gohan, after 5 hits, is it 5 hits? 6 hits, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the new one, is hit 5 times, gets his active skill. LR Jiren gets hit 5 times, gets his active skill.
Mm-hmm.
This Gohan gets hit 6 times, or you fall below 40% HP, you swap over to the Trunks as an active skill. Because, have him. I don't know if he'd be an LR, but it'd still be Super Saiyan Trunks, all because of, the stuff that happens in the movie. I'm trying to be nice and not spoil it. Gohan dies.
Yeah, the movie's been out for a while.
Yeah. But Gohan's that's probably the coolest rendition of Gohan.
It's the coolest ever.
Oh, but I really wish we had a one-armed Gohan in the game.
A one-armed Gohan?
Well, because that's the coolest thing. Because one-armed Gohan takes on Android 17 and 18. And is honestly a fair fight. The only thing, more or less a fair fight. Had Gohan had both arms, he would have won.
Yeah.
Sure.
Welcome back, Dale.
You're just salty.
Dale doesn't like Gohan. His favorite character is a human who doesn't do anything.
That is one of my favorite characters. I love Hercule. I love Raditz. I love Vegeta.
The first one he named was Hercule.
There was. I love Hercule.
And then, let's see here.
Because Hercule is best toy.
Oh, hey!
Is it done?
Our other person who's not supposed to be in the chat. Because we're going to have a whole segment with a new companion. But, yeah, that's it. I want to go on the Trunks that has a joint forces. Will, back to you.
Next one. We are in desperate need of an actual good, just LR cooler. Not LR Meta Cooler Army, but LR Final Form Cooler.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it would make sense for him to be a movie bosses category lead.
Or Transformation Boost.
Transformation Boost.
Or Wicked Bloodline.
Wicked Bloodline.
There aren't any good Wicked Bloodline leaders, are there?
The only true Wicked Bloodline unit, like the only true one, aside from that Mecha Frieza and King Cold, are Metal Cooler. He's the only one that I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was going to say, well, we already have a transformation cooler, the strength cooler. Before when Cooler was first introduced as a Dokkan Fest, he was Final Form Cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Physical Final Form Cooler. He's going to be getting an EZA soon on JP, I think. My next guess is he's going to be our next EZA unit.
He's in desperate need of it.
Oh, he's actually not.
I personally find him underwhelming to what he used to be.
Okay. Link level 10.
Once again.
Wicked Bloodline or the Terrifying Conqueror is linked up with the Strength Cooler. He's a monster. I think out of all of us, I'm the only one that actually keeps up with on both sides of JP and Global.
I should know.
But Final Form Cooler and LR, or heck, an even new one, would be a neat card.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we can actually have an upgraded version of all of them. I could see that. You could probably give them like additionals and stuff, because all the coolers have the additionals.
Give them additionals. Trying to think. I don't know what else he would get.
Well, they only got another GT character for us?
No.
Aw.
But I do have a Cooler and a Frieza team card. This is why I didn't want Ice and Nova to be siblings bond. But Cooler and Frieza to be a siblings bond leader.
Okay. would they be final form? Like both final form? Like
As final form as they both can get, yeah.
so that'd be Golden Frieza and final form Cooler.
Yeah. Unless they actually have a golden cooler. Do they have a golden cooler?
They have a Golden Cooler.
That'd be pretty BA. Both of them in golden form.
Have it like a special heroes thing because I mean Golden Cooler's a unit I want desperately from the banner. I'll do anything to try and get that. Almost anything.
You heard him.
Almost anything.
Yo, write that down. Write that down.
You write that down.
The Golden Cooler was an interesting addition because heroes wise, using like the first 10 episodes, like first 80 minutes of it, because each episode's like 8.5 minutes.
Really?
It's just promotional stuff for the game.
Mm.
And he says, "My brother can do it. Why can't I?" Boom, gold. And having a
Because I really feel like Cooler is stronger than Frieza.
yeah, but I mean, one of them is truly a really powerful cannon. Ha!
And one of them, who should be canon, isn't.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I would probably put. Yeah, I don't know if I would. If they go based on the movie, the Final Form Cooler is actually probably weaker than Full Power Frieza.
But if his brother can go gold, why can't he?
No, I'm not saying he can't. Because he does.
Even better.
Oh, no.
Wicked Bloodline lead, King Cold, Cooler, and Frieza, all gold form.
Nay.
So now we're reaching here.
Yeah. Now we're reaching like Dragon Ball AF and all that. Dragon Ball Multiverse.
Yeah, I know. But it'd be pretty cool.
I mean, having like first form, second form Cold, final form or Full Power Frieza, and final form Cooler would be a neat card. Honestly, just
yeah.
Wicked Bloodline and have all of them.
Even if it's just like the waifu card, where it's all of them together.
Oh, just a collection?
Yeah.
That'd be neat. Well, on to my next one, which both of you know. This is kind of a big one with the guy in the Dragon Ball. Kaioken Goku. A Dokkan Fest Kaioken Goku, who after, let's see, I have, transforms after 3 turns into Kaioken times 3 Goku, with a Kaioken times 4 active skill. However, the only problem with the active skill I thought of, the Goku would have to lower his HP. You can only use it when you're at 60% or lower HP, and you take 10% of your HP in order to use it, just because Kaioken puts so much strain on the body. Adding the actual realism to it. And it'd be a new category of Saiyan Saga. So you'd have units like the Vegeta and Nappa. LR Piccolo could finally be useful. See, the LR Krillin that we have, the Prime Battle Krillin, because that is from there. And then with that, you'd also have like the addition of like a Grade 8 Vegeta, have a dual Dokkan Fest. And have him, instead of being like a normal Grade 8 unit, are you summoning over there?
No, I'm using my Grade 8 power team. And I just watched Vegeta with no dupes in him take out Final Form, doing the LR Cell the LR Cell event. I watched him take him out in 2 supers back to back.
But he doesn't have dupes in him. Oh, he has the additional, that 5% additional.
Yeah.
Or is it 10? It's 10.
Whatever it is, he attacked twice and took out Cell by himself.
Okay, and like I said, the Kaioken, 3 turns. And then, how many of you guys have left?
I've got one because I accidentally did 2 at the start.
Well, he did 2 at the start, too.
No, I didn't.
You did your girl at June.
Oh yeah, yeah, but I've got 2 types left. Let's put it that way.
Okay, we'll let Will go on with his 1. And they'll go on with his 2, and then I'll go on with my final 2. Will!
So,
Continue!
the last one is a LR Kid Buu with a transformation boost category lead.
And that is something I could honestly go in for.
I would spend way too much money on that.
Yeah, no, because the last Kid Buu we got, if I am not mistaken, which I don't think I am, was the Intelligence Kid Buu.
Yeah, the mono lead.
And granted, he's getting an easy A, I think in the next 2 months on Global.
I never liked him. He wasn't fun to use for me.
The problem, I liked him, but the big problem was lack of ki. That was his biggest thing. I even have a video on my YouTube channel, KH Hauser. I'll put a link to mine and Dale's and the YouTube's on the YouTube side. His side on the YouTube side. Yeah. And I had him paired up with the back then the 40% 3-key Vegeta support, because he gave the 3-key, and I'd have a fierce battle unit off rotation. That way he'd always get his stuff doing the stuff. But lack of key, which will be amended whenever he gets his EZA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting see weird looks from two of our co-hosts.
He wants me to hand him the Dr. Pepper, and I'm not going to do it.
No, I have a feeling you took a drink out of mine.
No.
Oh, okay.
He has Mountain Dunk over there.
Yeah.
You know, statistically, I can't get in why or what it does on this podcast, but it does something.
What? Mountain Kidney Stone over here?
There you go.
Haven't got him yet.
But I could see an LR Kid Buu, and I could probably see him having ability to heal, Dale's favorite thing in Dokkan.
Yeah.
And also having him a dodge chance and possibly damage reduction too.
Yeah.
My only problem will be if they put it on his damn Nightmare banner.
Every
I hate it because
event that a Buu is in, that's his signature.
I know, but I hate that just in the middle of the fight he goes Buccalo and he's like, I gotta help me.
Okay, wrong fight. This is Kid Buu. You're talking about the Buuhan and Buu tanks.
Yeah, I know.
Which they do that, but even the original Kid Buu heals. Not as drastically. Not the 3.62 million.
Yeah, not all his health back.
But I could see a new Kid Buu. Because I was really disappointed that granted, I like the Vegeta card we got in the 350 million download celebration. But I wanted an LR Kid Buu.
Yeah, it's been something that's been lacking in like Majin category for a while.
I mean, every other Buu is, got revamped. LR Buu tanks just got redone. Buu tanks and Buuhan all at once. Buuhan got his EZA. Tech Buff Buu got his EZA. He's a monster, by the way. You two should go EZA him if you can.
Tech Buu?
Tech Buff Buu.
I even have Tech Buff Buu.
You should have Tech Buff Buu. If you have Tech Buff Buu, not you, other co-host who shall yet to be named. EZA him. He is very much worth.
That one or the other one?
Okay, that was wrong Buu, but that Buu actually deserves an EZA. We can have that as a different segment too. Wrong Buu.
Yep, I don't have him then.
You don't have Tech Buu? Well,
Nope.
shame on you.
Shame on you.
Don't shame on me. I have Buu.
I will shame on you all day long.
But you can't.
Dishonor on your family.
This Buu.
I don't have that book.
Okay, his SSR is this Buu.
They don't have it.
Okay, well, boo you.
Boo yourself, hoser.
Anyway, Dale. No. He gave a look. No, this better not be Dogmare. So, Dale, would you like to continue?
We'll find then the other destroyers or their angels.
But did you actually have that?
I do have Dogmare, but I do want either the other destroyers or their angels.
Okay.
Like Vermouth or Cognac.
Yeah. I could see that, but that'd be way later down the line.
Oh yeah, when we actually get to know what their attacks are. Because I can only assume they're somewhat close to Beatus's.
You mean Whis? Or you said angels.
Angels or destroyers.
Angels are probably reminiscent of the Whis and the Vitals card we have in game.
Yeah.
The God of Destructions each would be different. Because some of
I can assume they all have the Ball of Destruction.
Technically Frieza has a Ball of Destruction.
No, but theirs is literally called the Ball of Destruction.
Yeah, Frieza has that Ball of Destruction.
Does he really?
Yeah, Sidra sent his army to try and kill Frieza because, for whatever reason, Frieza was known throughout the universes. And then he was...
Maybe Frieza's kind is a kind that jumps the multiverses. That jumps the universes.
Then they would have more of them in the Universal Survival Saga.
They did. They had Frost.
Yeah, literally the only other one.
Maybe they killed them all. Maybe that's the reason why we only see those 4 idiots. Well, technically 3 because Cooler's not real. But maybe that's the only reason we see those 3 idiots because they murdered them all.
Yeah. Or they're like, that's the only ones of them. Hey,
Them damn Arcosians.
Them wicked bloodlineians.
I still want an actual name for that race.
Frieza race.
Like, I don't care if it's something stupid. Just give me a name for the race so I don't have to call it by the one standout.
Okay, with that being the case, Dale actually had a dog mayor card, which I really know for a fact he does.
So,
I'll go to mine.
I love Dogmare.
I'll go to mine because I got 3 left.
There's no reason for the anthropomorphic animal people to be in Dragon Ball Z, but there they are. So Dogmare's a card.
A Super Vegeta from the Cell Saga, who has an active skill of Final Flash. Because, when I said active skill, they use after 3 turns, and it's like the Super Saiyan 4s, where it's just one immense amount of damage all at once. Just because that's a very cool scene in the show, because Cell at that point was the strongest thing ever. The strongest people were hitting him, and it was bouncing off like nothing. Krillin, who was weaker than Frieza, cut off Frieza's tail with Destructo Disc, hit Cell on the neck, and it didn't do anything.
But Destructo Disc is literally one of the strongest moves if you think about it.
And that's what I'm saying. It didn't do anything to Cell. That's the point I'm making.
Maybe Cell had his guard up.
He wasn't. He was sitting there with his hands going like, huh, neat, smack.
I know. I don't... You can guarantee if anyone else would have thrown it but Krillin, it probably would have done something.
I don't think so.
Like, if Goku would have put his strength behind it, it probably would have done something.
But I feel like he'd be a full power lead.
Like, it may not have done a lot. It may just, like, cut his neck. Like, it may have been, like, the scene from Avengers where Tony Stark punches Thanos and makes him bleed a little bit. He's like, all that for a drop of blood. Maybe that's what it would be like, and I'd be fine with it.
But I feel like he'd be a full power lead. Either that or finally another Pure Saiyan's lead. Just because the last Pure Saiyan's lead we've had, want to take a guess, Dale, what it could be? Our last Pure Saiyan's lead?
I actually don't know.
Will, do you know?
Was it the physical Vegeta transforming?
Oh,
He
really?
was the last Pure Saiyan.
That was like a year and a half ago.
It was a long time ago. He was the last Pure Saiyan's lead that was introduced to the game.
We're gonna hit my biggest pet peeve right here.
Nope.
Why are the damn fusions not Pure Saiyans?
Okay, let me finish my list, then we can end discussing on that. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. Next would be from the Universal Survival Saga, a Gohan and Piccolo card. Like
Like a team card?
yes, and I would have them as reps of 7 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Not join forces. Bond of Master and Disciple could be technical there, be iffy. Because, the Gohan, it's father and son. That's
Better father and son.
That's the category, father and better.
Better father and son.
Father,
Taking shots right now, dude.
son, and better father.
Yeah.
Only like 4 units around the category. It's Gohan and Piccolo. And Gohan and Piccolo.
Yeah, it's just Gohan's and Piccolo's.
And Vegeta. Vegeta's a good father.
Vegeta is a good father. I'll give him that. He's actually there for Trunks and Bulma.
Okay, I say more so for Bulma. You can walk through the screen. Bye.
That's what he did with Trunks. Fuck
I
it.
know, but he'd be. The only problem is I don't know what it'd be. He wouldn't have an active skill. It'd be the it's their team attack they did against Goku and Tien whenever they're doing their sparring.
Mm-hmm.
That whatever attack orb that Piccolo has, that heat dome basically.
Which one? The one where it throws orbs everywhere?
No, that's Hell Zone.
That's Hellzone Grenade, yeah.
This is one where Gohan was buying time and Piccolo did some attack like this. Like with his hands crossed. I'm saying like this to people who can't see us.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, he had his hands crossed.
Like, think of how Trunks does Heat Dome where he goes, huh? Oh!
Well, I think if they've seen what I'm talking about, they know what I mean. Is he has his hands crossed and he just charges attack and then does like some final explosion dome attack. That would be, if it was an LR, that'd be the Ultra Super, and if not, it'd probably be Kamehameha and Macaque Zappa.
Special rice and bean cannon.
Okay, that's not what I thought you were about to say. I'm really glad you didn't say what I thought you were about to say.
I always call it special rice and bean cannon.
And then, for the final card, before we go off on our tangent that Dale wants to gripe about, we need a new Frieza card.
Yeah.
Final form Frieza from the Namek Saga. Because last time we got an update on that, not counting the banner unit, the AGL Namek Frieza, was LR Full Power Frieza.
Would he be a Namek Saga lead?
Yes. It's exactly what he would be.
But he only works when he has Apu and all of his lackeys with him.
Then I was actually, as I was talking about the Ginyu Force, have them as another card. Have like either a Ginyu Force card or have
like the Team Bardock? Or not Team Bard. Like,
summonable.
oh.
Like like Shin and Capito.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Where it's a new Ginyu Force card. A good Ginyu Force card to beat stupid Super Battle Road.
But they all have to have their alternate poses. Where Ginyu's like looking through his legs and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
It's got to be all their alternate poses.
But anyway, I feel like they would be something good to have, just because Ginyu Force. They're not the most known characters, but they deserve a little love.
I mean, basically all of them except for Ginyu got one tapped. I mean,
Raccoon was one tapping us, the good guys.
Raccoon got one tapped by Goku, though.
After he got the crap beat out of him by everyone else.
That's true, but it was still a 1D.
But anyway.
I mean, like, even Guldo just got his head straight chopped off. Yeet! For real.
And you have an active skill, he'd go to full power after he's hit 5 times or after 5 turns. And then at that point, he'd have like some probably 300% attack buff.
That would be ridiculous.
I mean, we have a 201 by Jiren. We have 320 something by Demon King Piccolo. We have a 628% attack buff by Roshi, the Tech Roshi.
I just thought of the best card, and I'm gonna let you. It would actually be a pretty cool card. I'm gonna let you finish out your card.
No, I mean that's kind of it. That give him the full power and have him do like the fusions, just random, just change to boom, new form.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Ginyu, and his active ability.
Don't you dare say body change.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It just body change into whatever character you're fighting. You get him for 1 round, and it turns back.
That's what I. The only problem is you take on some units that aren't in game.
Yeah.
It
would still be a pretty cool card, though.
Or have body change from Ginyu to Goku.
Yeah,
After probably 30% HP down, then fully heal, because
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
He pokes a hole in his chest and goes, "I got Goku's body."
Okay, Will, do you have anyone else?
Nope, that's it.
Dale?
Dogman ran.
I had a thought of one while we were doing this. I'm going to steal this idea from Dale. King Kai, Gregory, and Bubbles card. No, hear it out. Hear this out.
No, it's like the fact that I was talking about that the other night.
This card can only... The way to keep this card from being broken is you can only get one every World Tournament. Because it opens up one hidden potential route. Like, if you need a rainbow unit, come World Tournament, you have to be in the top 10% to get it. And you only get one copy. You can rainbow one unit, just open up one path.
Yeah.
Just because King Kai, what does he do? New powers.
And that makes an even better deal. Super Kami Guru.
That'd be a whole... Super Kami Guru.
Nail, what is it?
Damn right. I'm a snack.
I'm a snack.
I hope they know what we're talking about.
I'm not going to say what it is, but I want someone to know what it is. Damn right, you're a snack. You ate the whole goddamn vending machine.
Nail, come wash me.
Okay, now Dale has a little bit of a segue he wants to gripe about.
Why, in-game, are the fusions not counted as pure Saiyan? I can get Gotenks. Gotenks is fine, because he's not a pure Saiyan outside of his fusion. But Goku and Vegeta aren't? Why?
Big thing is they don't want to break the... Granted, the pure Saiyans doesn't have the best lead.
There you go.
The 150. Say if they get a 171, that would break...
I doubt they'll get a 171.
I mean, we never thought we'd have a Super Saiyan 4 team. Yet here we are. You're running one.
I am running one.
Like 20 minutes ago, you even made mention of running one.
I know, and it worked very well.
It's a good team.
Other than I messed up the rotations and got Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta out of rotation from each other.
But one thing I actually did, I was going to debate, unless Will has this, is we're going to gripe about Dokkan. Worst things we have in Dokkan. He and I were even discussing about it earlier before you and our unnamed, soon-to-be possible co-host.
So I already told you mine earlier. Mine is the...
Okay, do we have anything else? We heard Dale gripe about Pure Saiyans, which could be a thing we can gripe about. We've got all our cards, haven't we, right?
Yep.
Okay. At the end of each one of our shows, we're going to let one of the other co-hosts choose our next segment. So, Will, what shall our next segment be, my friend?
Our next segment... Yeah, put me on the spot right now. Okay.
I told you this like a week ago.
Yeah, you didn't tell me I was choosing.
Yeah, I did.
No.
I'll go back and look through the text.
False claims. I don't care what proof you have. Anyway. Next segment. How about this? The difference between JP and Dokkan. Not just like time difference, but they seem to favor JP a little bit because... Like with the new Heroes cards, they made if I'm not mistaken, they made the Vegito.
Okay, no. What I'm talking about, you're talking about was talked about, but that was an actual error coming to the global side. What he's talking about, for those who don't know, the original translations for Vegito and Broly were different. And the Vegito lot didn't have the Kamehameha link and had a different link, and Broly was Extreme Intelligence. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I don't know if that would work. And then the difference in JP is literally just time. Because I know what you're doing.
But they've been favored in units before, and they've also been favored in free stones given out before.
The worst one is a 300 stone debacle. I think it was 2018.
Gave them free 300 stones.
And then the same problem happened on Global, and we got like 20. Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but the problem is that could be done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Do I need to come up with one since apparently, granted I'm sitting here looking, hey, after our next Dokkan Win, you should choose the next topic. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that we would be doing it right now.
I even said in there.
No.
All right, do I need to choose our next topic?
Go ahead.
Do you have one, Dale? Okay, since neither one of my co-hosts are ready, Dale, you'll be our next one to choose our topic. I'm saying this now on the podcast. We are going to choose our favorite EZA units.
Ooh, okay.
Can we do that?
Yes. I can do that.
Okay, let's try and come up with five. You heard it here. 5 of our favorite EZA units. And
asking for a friend.
You do not have to have them.
What if the person only has 3?
No. I'm not saying you have to have these units. Like you go through and like, this is my favorite EZA. Like one of my favorite EZAs is Rage AGL Broly.
Oh.
He is a very phenomenal EZA. His defense gets good. He gets to like, I think I've got him to a 2.8 million attack stat. Will's showing off a very good one that he's probably going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about, is you don't have to have them, you just have to have knowledge of your EZAs.
I do have one, and it's that full power Frieza that I got.
Okay.
I do like him.
So are we good for our segment then? We all know what we're doing.
Sure.
We're good.
Good? Okay, thanks all for listening to our second episode of Dokkan Win. We'll see us in 2 weeks again. Now, we do have a segment of Dokkan Win coming up, but we may have another little mini episode in between. Kind of depends on how these next 45 minutes are going to go. So, thanks all for listening. Stay tuned for the next Dokkan Win, because Dokkan Win we are back. We'll talk about EZAs.